shindig started, I guess.
Now that we have consent, we may begin.
We have consent.
Hold on.
What's up, everybody?
Hold
Is that
on.
how you do it?
What's up,
What's up,
everybody?
everybody? This is Josh and Jess from God Hates Unicorns.
We're here today with another exciting episode of
Bands and artists we like that aren't as good as us.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
No, that's backward, right?
It's fine.
No, that's right. It says Red Bubble.
Here with us today, we have photographer Pat Hogan.
Hi. Am I the first guest to clap for himself?
I don't know, but everyone should, because you should get pumped. Like,
Be your
this
biggest fan.
We're your biggest fan. And yeah, you just, I
No,
mean,
he said he's his own
he's
biggest
his
fan.
biggest fan. Okay.
You should be your
No,
biggest
he said he's
fan.
ours.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, why? Do you guys do something? Like,
No.
what do you guys, you
no,
don't?
we don't do anything.
No, there's nothing. No, there's no
We're
music.
podcasters.
Oh, okay. Just this, just the
Yeah,
podcast.
this, whatever this is.
Yeah, and shiny shirts. Is that a shiny shirt?
Oh, look at
It's a
that.
very shiny shirt.
For me, you shouldn't have.
I got this because like I went on Amazon because I love Jeff Bezos. He's the
Right.
best person ever.
We're trying to keep them in space.
Yes, like I bought these beautiful like red leggings, right?
Mm.
Like they're super
They're
great.
nice.
They're very nice, and I was like, I need a shirt to go with it, so I bought this freaking fancy red shirt.
Yeah.
Well, they came in, and the leggings were more peach.
Ooh. So now it doesn't match.
It doesn't match. Like I'm gonna keep both of them because they're both super cool, but now I need an outfit because
Right.
we have a big award thing to go to eventually. I don't know, maybe I don't know, and I want to.
Yeah, didn't you guys win? Didn't you guys win
Nothing.
something?
We
You
didn't do
We
anything.
didn't do anything.
didn't win
Nothing
anything? You didn't
happened.
do anything?
Nothing can be said until it can
The
be said
29th, which is,
because we'll be in trouble.
wait, we don't know.
We don't
Because
know.
nobody
Oh.
knows, Pat, but we can only assume that we're winners because we're the best.
Yeah, that was just a rumor I had heard, like on the dark web.
we
you
had
know.
a we
We
had
gotta
an,
get off there.
we had an award ceremony though.
We
win
did have an
something.
award, but we have to wear things for our show today.
Today. Yeah, it's in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, you guys
Yeah.
are busy.
I mean, like because it's Sunday.
In the
Yeah.
future.
And
It's
and-
either-
and we have a show at 5
Our
o'clock.
show is either, our show is later because I'm not going to want to do this after the show. But I
Right.
might not want to do it
Are
before.
we doing this at the same time we're interviewing that guy from Germany?
Are we in the
Or
future
are we
right
talking
now?
about Pat?
Let's talk about
Let's
Pat,
talk about Mr. Pat because we're talking about ourselves like a bunch of assholes.
which we do. What are you up to?
So yeah, what are you up
do?
to? I'm really interested.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, working with Josh for 10 years. I'm sure he wants to continue hearing about myself and what I have going on.
No, I do. I always try to encourage you. I've always tried to.
100%.
You.
Yeah, you have been my biggest fan. I know that much is true.
Yeah.
So
I have your. I'm looking at a photo right now of yours,
Oh yeah, I love that photo.
I don't doubt it.
and I
The
still
one
think
where I
it's
kept
one
the
of best ones
lens
you've ever
cap
had.
on.
It's like a very good angle.
Yeah,
Mm.
like-
I'll get it, but you can't see it on the screen. So
No, I mean, I was talking about like,
quit dropping the mic.
I'm not dropping the mic, but like he's shown me a couple of the pictures that you've sent him of, the private pictures, and you are good at getting that angle to make it look
Bigger.
bigger. And it's you can tell you're a photographer because it
Yeah.
always
Yeah,
looks
you know,
really
with
nice.
I lost a lot of my bread and butter there with the OnlyFans crackdown. I had some of the best angles in the game. But no, on a serious note, I'm coming to you guys live from my apartment, which is in the O-Ringer. This is like a new artist residency over in Braddock. It's pretty sweet so far. You can kind of see behind me, I have like cool block windows and like some funky yellow chairs because I'm an artist and that's what artists do. But yeah, I think like recently my whole thing, like what I'm up to is trying to get people over to this area to like I guess, see the potential, but also like see the kind of beauty and history that's already over here.
Hmm.
That's so nice. I thought those were like bars to keep you in because like people felt unsafe, but they look
No,
really
no.
cool.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful community. You know, every I think what's the I don't want to down on Braddock, but you can always polish a turd, it's still a turd kind of thing. But I think Braddock is kind of a diamond maybe in the middle of that turd.
Oh my gosh, Braddock, you know, the little I know, the history is amazing and the area is amazing. And I definitely see it being one of those, you know, the new up and coming spots around Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
It just got to keep pushing for it though, because a lot of areas like Hazel was doing it for a while, other areas were doing it for a while. They would push for a little bit, and then they say kind of like, "Fuck it, it is what
Yeah.
it is."
It's actually interesting, like Hazelwood now, they're starting to have like weekly events on the weekend. They have like big movie showings, not like drive
yeah.
movie theater, but like they just have like a pop-up movie theater kind of deal. All sorts of like food vendors, different stuff like that. So as long as we can kind of follow suit, if this building can kind of be like a catalyst for some of those things, which I think it already is in some ways. We have a couple residents here that already are having, this Friday will be the last Friday of the month, I think. So the thing that is trying to get kicked off in Braddock is Final Fridays. So last Friday of every month, there will be like a little art showing, stuff like that. And a couple residents here in the building have already started by having a open mic down in our gallery and retail space here in the building.
So it's all in the building.
Yep. Yeah. We actually, it's like a 9-floor building, rooftop basement with like a music practice space, a couple stalls, like artist studio stalls where people can paint and do, you know, there's people in here doing like woodwork and stuff like that too. So they have these studio spaces. And then on the first floor, right in the very front of the building is like a retail gallery type of space is what we're, you know, we want it to be like a multi-purpose room, but it also has to kind of like have an identity of its own still. So we're trying to push for it to be like a gallery, you know, that people can come to and, you know, watch movies, catch like an open mic act, come in and like learn. I'm really hoping I can do some photography classes and stuff like that there. So we're hoping that's like going to be the thing that brings not only the community in, but some other people to the community just to see like what's going on.
That's amazing. Let me know. I would love to attend one of those classes if you do one.
Yeah, 100%. And there's like so many people in the building that like as far as visual arts and stuff go, that like everybody has a camera, I feel like, you know, so even if you're like just come out with like a cell phone, you know, as long as you're experiencing something or even learning something new, you know, it's always a good time to check out like a new neighborhood and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have a foosball table there?
No, we don't. I wish we did though.
I'm so mad. I just saw one in the garbage this morning while I was walking around doing my power walk, and I didn't take it because I'm already in so much trouble because Brett doesn't like me have any large things in the house ever because it's already full of things.
Wow, you went mad Jersey right there with the accent almost. Is that Jersey?
What was that?
I don't know what that was.
All right.
I'm upset now.
I just heard multi-purpose room, and I just heard. I just thought foosball table. I was like, how do you know?
We were this
Yeah,
close.
like,
If the stars aligned slightly differently, we would have had one.
I'm thinking of like dormitory.
Right.
Like you got a multi-purpose room, foosball table.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of like a freshman year college dormish, you know, like
Yeah.
there's like the
That's most-
football table and the ping pong tables and stuff. Like good idea though. We're gonna have to pull some community funds together and
If I
and
ever-
get some foosball tables.
ever see one in the garbage again, I will take it.
If you ever see anything good in the garbage and you think of me, which you probably will, let me
I
know.
will know.
Yeah, even
don't
like a half a
understand.
sandwich or something.
I see all kinds of good things in the garbage.
Do you spend a lot of time looking through the garbages?
Not looking through, but
use tampons.
I see the things that are out and visible, and it looks good to me all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All the
Yeah.
things look good. Now I know. I'll take them off.
I always see like the good furniture the day after it rains, you know? I'm like, oh, that would be the perfect couch, but it poured last night, and now I don't want that.
Somebody put a used tampon back in the wrapper, and she thought it was a freaking popsicle.
It tasted fun.
I mean, it's probably like very like lead, like very metallic.
It's fine. You know what? Shut up. I'm like being resourceful. I'm fine.
It wasn't even cold. How do you think it was still intact?
I figured there'd be some sort of controversial things going on here.
It's like a dark cherry.
Or is that the new TikTok challenge? That's the new TikTok challenge, right? The use tampon in the wrapper.
Oh no. Unless
it's not. I don't know.
No.
Did we just make this up?
I thought you were asking me if I was going to do that, and I'm like,
I think we just made it up. It's about to go viral for sure, though.
So here's the new TikTok challenge.
we're trendsetters.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Suck on a tampon.
Suck on a tampon. You know you want to.
Not freshly, let it soak in a little bit.
Not even soak in so much. This is already soaked. You just gotta let it like ferment.
You guys are
like a fine wine.
You guys are clearly in songwriting mode right now.
It's all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison to, I guess the people might want to know like that we've worked together. We've made some things together. We've created together in the past.
He wrote Chip Ma'am.
I didn't write Chip Ma'am.
I didn't. Hang on a second. We have the writer of Chip Ma'am, and should we go through these lyrics on?
Yes.
No, we don't have to do that because everybody's heard the song too much. And although I didn't write it, I did help record the music video, which was an awesome experience for me because that was the first time I shot a music video. Yeah. Yeah. And we learned that just because you can play an instrument doesn't mean you can two-step. And Marcus is pretty good with the video edits,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was really cool to work with you guys.
And we got some great shots from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I let you throw a vegan ham sandwich at my camera,
which is great now because Damien loves that.
Yeah, and it was
finally
like one of the best shots,
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, and I was like in a moment, like, hey, throw this to the camera, and it was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so, luckily, I have good aim.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, you used to be a young pitcher, right? You used to be.
Yeah, now I'm a catcher.
Now you're a catcher. Yeah.
You gotta, take what you can get.
Amen to that.
Right. Can't be picky in your old age, right?
Nope, exactly.
So you just had a September or August event you just threw?
Yeah, I had an event September 2nd, I think was like the first Thursday in September. The events that I do are like with a photography kind of page on Instagram that I am like the dude of, I guess you could say. It's called PGH Creative, and historically we've done different photo walks, like where we go to a certain neighborhood, bunch of photographers and like models and musicians, artists, stuff like that all meet up, and we kind of just like walk around neighborhoods and use the natural backdrops of the city to create images and stuff like that. Since COVID hit, didn't have the chance to do any last year. I think we had like a photo gallery show in January or February at a friend's photo studio, Opia Studios. And we had a really good turnout, planned on doing a gallery and like a photo walk once a month or once every other month for the rest of the year. And then March came along, March 2020. We all remember, never forget March 2020. Never forget.
That's what they say that about.
Yeah,
When
and
they build a
I don't think there was
lemonade
anything else. Anyway.
stand? I already forgot.
So yeah, we had I kind of just pulled everything, as far as like events go. Didn't want to meet up. Everybody's wearing masks, staying in the house, disinfecting their groceries and stuff. So it's been over a year and a half, and a friend of mine, a fellow creative named Kat Burton. She used to have this little kind of creative moniker with her name that was Create Art Together. And basically it was kind of like fashion-based stuff, a lot of models, a lot of fashion designers and photographers getting together to create unique visuals. She used to come out to my events back in the day, and she had recently got a job with Children's Museum, who coincidentally had just opened a new branch of their museums called Museum Lab. This is like kind of more geared toward a little bit older kids, but the inside of it, it's one of the first Carnegie libraries from back in the day, and they kept the interior very, very rugged and raw from like when it was abandoned and stuff like that. So she thought it would be a good idea to have one of these photo meetups inside this place. So that was the event. Had a handful of people come out. It's still really difficult, I feel like, to kind of get people out of the house right now. We did have the event, everybody was wearing masks inside, just to kind of like further the comfort. Museum Lab, again, it's like geared toward children, so kids can't get vaccinated, or I guess they can now, but at the time that they weren't able to get vaccinated. So even though we were there after hours, we just wanted to be safe about it. Enough about that and why we wore masks or whatever. But so we had a handful of people come through, a couple models, couple photographers. And honestly, the small group was like really cool because we all got to interact a lot more and kind of like collaborate individually, like on these images. So it was a unique experience. I never really done anything like that. Like I said before, it's kind of always been outside. Historically, I've had events with we usually have like 50 to 100 people. This is like 2 years ago, obviously. So now it's a little tough to get people out and everything. But we're hoping to actually have another event, outdoor event, next month as well.
Nice.
But the event in September, the museum is actually given us wall space inside to print out some of the photographs that the photographers made, and they're going to display them on the walls there inside the museum.
That's awesome.
We should take the kids to the museum.
Yeah, they would love it, honestly. Like they would really, really love it.
What were you talking about?
Good one.
The museum?
Oh yeah, you checked out, didn't you? I started talking and you checked out. Is that what happened?
I heard everything you said. I pay attention.
No,
we actually have a segment because even though I'm a fucking distant weirdo, even though I hear everything.
Yeah.
And we have a segment when I'll be like, so what's their album called?
Oh yeah, and I don't know.
And she forgets every time. And I know because I listen.
You can I am listening, but I just am not remembering.
Because she talks more than I do.
I don't.
And I'm like, I have the uninterested look on my face, like
it's not anything to do with being uninterested. My brain just doesn't always remember the things.
It's not about you, okay?
It is. You're directly saying that I don't remember stuff.
No, it's not about you. It's about me.
Okay.
We're talking about me.
I thought it was about me.
No, it's never about.
Why would we talk about you?
What are you guys up to? Tell me about God Hates Unicorns.
No. But that's freaking awesome though. The Children's Museum. That's great. They're gonna put the photos on the wall. See, I've listened.
Yeah, it was cool. Even going inside, some of the gallery displays that they already had were from one was from a local photographer who I know, Chancellor Humphrey. He goes by Keep Pittsburgh Dope. He has a little wall space in there with some of his images, a really cool, everything there is very interactive. Like there's pieces of art on the wall, and then there's like this like pump crank thing next to it, and it like moves an arm and hits the frame of the artwork, and the guy's like mustache or hat will go all crazy. It's very, very cool in that way. And Chance has this interactive, it's like a little screen like this, little TV screen, and then on either side are like two wheels, and you can grab the wheels and pull down and it flips to another photo. So you can just kind of skim through and it keeps flipping up his photos. Really unique ways of like displaying stuff, not just art up on the wall.
That's cool.
Yeah, and actually for the kids too, it would be cool for you guys to go. They have like little maker labs and stuff like that in there as well, like little metal workshops, textile and fabric workshops, potentially child labor with that though. I'm not really sure.
I'm into that.
Yeah, I'm
See,
not
that
really
doesn't do
sure. It's a
anything to
gray,
help.
it's kind of a gray area, but Children's Museum, you know, I'm sure they're
okay.
figuring
I'm
it
okay
out.
with it. I mean, Damien helps write songs.
That's true. Yeah, that is
And
true. Your
James, if
kid
he's
writes
better
all your
too.
songs. Your son writes all your songs. It's crazy. I can tell from the intellectual level of the
Oh, for
lyrics
sure.
that you
It's
guys
much
have.
higher. It's much higher than mine.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was gonna say it's very potty humor. Um, you guys are good. You guys are good.
We know.
I know. Yeah, it was actually the last event you guys had up at the Thompson Club. That was really cool because that was also like, I think that was the first time I got out for live music since the pandemic.
Well, you were at the first block party, but it was like brief and outside.
Oh yeah, South Side. But yeah, that was like an outdoor thing.
Yeah, it was just thrown together not last minute, but like, hey, this is outdoor party. That was actual show.
Yeah, that was cool. You guys like shut down the whole street. I know there was like a bunch of, you guys got a lot of good photographs out of that event too.
We did.
Seemed like there was like a handful of good photographers there.
Thank you, Meg, and thank you, everybody.
Yep, Meg,
we-
my homie
Stefan
Stefan.
Mazinga.
Stefan got you guys good stuff.
Stefan and Brad Schultz. I don't know how to say anyone's name.
Brad,
I don't know how to say
got
anyone's
some
name.
good stuff.
Thank
That
you.
guy we see everywhere. He
Yeah.
never goes away.
He pops up.
No, but Brad, are you watching this? Because you said you were taking pictures at the last show at Thompson Club and I didn't get it.
We're gonna get him next year. Don't worry about it.
I didn't get him. I know you had to leave to get that toilet and you got that.
Send them the
square
Google
away.
Drive folder, Brad. Now I know for a while you guys were working with like a photographer, videographer out in what was it, Beaver or something like that?
Butler.
Butler.
Dylan!
Yeah, Dylan was
Dylan.
doing some good stuff with you guys. The
He did a good movie back in the day.
Shut up. It's coming out. Dylan, are you watching this? When is Bear Creek happening? Let's get it.
He's not watching this.
He might be.
He's not watching.
Better.
Dylan is a dear friend of
Because
mine.
nobody's watching right
Listen, Dylan is a man.
now.
Wait, this is live?
Dylan is a man that I met on Instagram. And I decided to meet him in real life because he wanted to take pictures.
That's a bad idea.
It worked
All
out
right.
great.
Hey, I want to take pictures of you. I will meet you tomorrow.
Where? Tell me which warehouse by the river.
Okay.
It's where I meet all my models. Yeah.
Yeah, you see where her life choices got her.
And now he's a dear friend of mine. I do everything for Dylan. It worked out really well.
Good.
And now I'm here. Now I'm here. Look at my choices.
I know, that's true. I'm glad you have a husband that'll let you meet random men on the internet and take
That
photos
was-
of you.
Was it? Yeah, no, I don't know why he let me. Maybe I didn't say it was a random man from the internet. I probably said something
Hey,
else.
look how well you are in some dank basement in Brentwood.
Oh,
Well, you've come a long way. Cheers.
yeah. Moving on up.
Back in the day, I was in a dank basement in Mount Lebanon.
Now I'm in the dank basement here.
Hell yeah.
But you make it dank, so it's okay.
Whatever.
Too
All the
much.
connotation on her.
It's all her.
I can't help my moisture levels.
Just a fucking stream of good rain.
Are you a sweater?
That's not what he's referring to.
Not a shirt, like not like a sweater, but like you sweat.
No, that's not what I'm referring to.
No, he's saying I'm like a snail trail.
Shit.
Well,
I'm not sure
I
if
wasn't
we're
the
all talking
originator
about
of
the
that.
same thing.
But luckily, I have a drain down here. You know.
Yes.
all good.
Yeah. Yep. I do
I
know.
mean, I slip occasionally when we're practicing, but it's whatever. I'm accustomed to it.
100%. Miss the days of the basement.
You live and let live.
Yep. I've seen, I mean, it's been obviously not to talk about you too much, but it's been interesting to see the evolution of God Hates Unicorns over the years, you know. I feel like I've
Well,
had
you
a
gave me
unique
most of our
friend
ideas.
Yeah, no, I don't give you any ideas. Anybody that's watching right now, if you hear a lyric in Josh's in God Hates Unicorns songs, just know
Pat wrote it.
I protested that shit to the death of me to Josh. I was like, Josh, please don't say that. Josh, please don't say that. And then he records it, puts it out for everybody to listen to, and for some reason people seem to love it. Now that you have Jess.
Oh, thank you.
Because before that, holy shit.
Well, it is a lot easier to like be like a total asshole if there's a female there.
Because I'm just like, it's good, right?
It's okay.
Yeah, right.
I'll say it too.
You're like, we need to like a white woman to like make everything right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm available. Here we go.
No, it's a good dynamic. You know, I definitely appreciate the contrast, and your guys' theatrics on stage are kind of like a concert photographer's dream, to be completely honest with you. Just you guys like give it your all every time, and it's really cool to see that, and to see like the images, you know, like we were talking about from Southside that people are capturing of. Because I wonder how it is, like when you're performing, do you even realize like the outlandish shit you're doing, like while you're doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. I know Josh. I know Josh is fully aware of everything. This is a man who lied down on a stage for 10 minutes yelling into a megaphone before. I know you're very intentional.
Yeah.
I'm wondering sometimes with Jess, it seems like you get like lost in the sauce a little bit, you know?
No,
like
she's
really,
intentional too.
I'm intentional too, but I do have to like feel it. I try to get like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, well, no, you have to feel it. I mean, I feel it as well. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
as far as like as I'm doing it, even if I'm feeling it, I'm also like intentionally.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like that Not Your Day video, and you're like, you knew what the fuck you were doing.
Oh yeah.
It's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Pat more, because
Yes.
we're fucking interviewing Pat.
We're interviewing Pat.
And you keep bringing up me for some weird ass reason.
Well, remember, I've been trying to start my own podcast probably since I was born. So I'm honestly just going to steal this whole thing and make it my first episode.
You should do that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Do your intro right now.
Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean?
I am so about that. I do that every single day.
Yeah, just do your intro right now. Walk
Okay.
like, yeah, what?
Okay, everybody.
Cool. All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Patrick Hogan podcast. I am Patrick Hogan. Today, we are here with God Hates Unicorns members, Joshua Hartz and Jess. You got a difficult last name to pronounce, don't you?
Zorik.
Zorik. All right,
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Let's try that over. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think my podcast is canceled now. First episode didn't go well.
We'll get it in post.
Yeah.
I've known Josh for 10 years. I'm sorry, I didn't know your last name.
That's okay, because
Actually, during the video shoot, I called you like Jen or something anyway.
you did, but a lot of people.
She was
do
very
that.
mad about that too.
I wasn't. People call me Jen all the time, and I've had several last names, and I barely know my last name. Just kidding. I do know my last name.
Wilson.
I love you, Brett. I love you, and I know my name is.
I know my name.
I know my name, damn it.
No, there was a girl at that we had like that applied to be a contractor, and my old old last name was Wilson and her name was Jessica Wilson. And I got like jealous for a second. I'm like, oh, it must be nice to be Jessica Wilson.
That's like
But,
a Highlander situation.
there can only be one.
Exactly. And just like out of nowhere, shing, you got
Yes.
scored, and it's like, how the fuck did that happen? Can we swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
Is it live? Are we live right now?
No.
Why?
Yeah,
But I'm not gonna edit out swears because it's Zoom and I want to like put the stupid text and the dumb things I do.
Oh, right.
And she has to edit herself out.
I like everything you guys do. I think this is great. The setup is great. I love you know, you guys have good on camera chutzpah.
Chutzpah, thank you. You have a lot of chutzpah yourself, young man.
Well, I recently got a haircut
That
from
means
Josh's
you're
wife, Valerie. So
Oh, it looks nice. I remember I was there for that.
yeah, I was hoping to come over tonight so I could get it trimmed back up, but you know, somebody's going on vacation soon.
I am.
No, I'm happy for you. You don't want to be sick in Hawaii. That would be like,
I don't even care if I'm sick in Hawaii as long as I get there. If
right, yeah. You could be
Well,
sick in paradise. I guess that's still
The whole band was gonna text her on next Thursday whenever she's about to go. I was like, hey, we all have to go get tested. Damien's sick.
Hey, P.S.
I have 4 rapid tests at my house right now, just
Can I have 2
ready.
of them?
No,
Right.
if you don't need them, you can have them if you need them.
Well, I'm saying if I need them.
You can have all of them if you need them. I'll give you the garage code while I'm gone, which you already
What's the
have.
garage code?
I'll tell you later off camera.
Say it now. We're live. Somebody's gonna write it down.
No, but you can have
Shout out to
them.
everybody watching right now live. I appreciate you tuning in.
Give it to me before you go on vacation.
I will.
Okay.
If you need it, if you need a test. No, I'm not giving it to you because you're just going to fart around in my house. If you need something, I'll give it to you.
I need a test.
No, do not give this guy access to anything of yours at all.
No.
I'm the most trustworthy person anyone ever met. And you know that's fucking true.
Do you have a soundboard for like crickets?
I don't need it. It's true.
I know. I'm just teasing. We don't have to pull out my my receipts.
Well, I already saw enough photos, but if you want to show everybody else.
If you need to pull out, just pull out.
Can we maybe talk about photography or something?
Yes, in fact, tell me more. What else do you want to talk about right now while you have this wonderful platform?
2 things. I actually am working on another video project with a track athlete out of Steubenville, Ohio. His name's Jaquan Lavender. He made a bid at the Olympics last year, qualified, went down to Houston, was doing some training for a little while. I think he was in Utah training for a little while. And he's back home now after a little bout with COVID-19, unfortunately, when he was down in Houston. But we got together and we were able to, pretense, we worked on basically a little docu-series of him training for the Olympic qualifier. And now that he's back, we're working on kind of another episode of this series, showcasing like his battle with COVID and still training and, you know, still like trying to get out there in the track world and do his thing. So that's like one of my main projects right now. I actually should be working on that, but I'm not. Sorry, Jaquan. But aside from that, yeah, it's coming soon, man. Just hang tight. No, I think like the video thing is pretty new to me. So like I mentioned before with your guys' video, I didn't edit that. Your guitar player Marcus did, and he did a really good job. He's like in school for videography and stuff, isn't he? Like he takes some classes.
Or he was, yeah. I don't know if he still is, but he was.
Yeah, right. Yeah, with like COVID stuff. But yeah, I know he was taking some classes, and he did a really good job with that edit. I was really impressed. And I just kind of, I guess around that same time, took the leap to try and edit my own stuff. So I'm learning every day. Sometimes I edit stuff and it's like really basic and I'm just scrap the whole thing. But during the process with Jaquan and everything like that, I had a lot of time to focus on it. So I kind of honed my skills just a little bit, and looking to do like more video projects and stuff. You know, I'm hoping to maybe work with you guys again. I know we've talked a little bit. I think I could direct a real cool video for you guys. So hopefully we can do that in the future.
I know we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going under some personnel changes pretty soon, but yes.
He always talks about
No,
how he's
I'm
gonna
trying to
replace
keep it.
me.
I'm trying to keep it about photography right now.
Anyway,
You're like you're a teaser kind of guy, you know,
He
like you like, or no, not a teaser. You're like a spoiler kind of guy. You'll like give a spoiler for a movie.
I'm just a tip kind of guy.
he's just the tip kind of guy. Anyways, where am I gonna be able to watch that documentary?
You can actually check that out on YouTube. I could send you guys personally a link. It's really hard, I guess, for me to like
Look down there.
link in the
thing.
Send me all the links
right
you
here.
want, or
Do like
him, or
do
whatever.
a graphic. And then there's the link.
Ooh,
That would be or I'll be like www dot, and it's like the words are coming out of my mouth. That would be cool. You can do that,
do
right?
you want to do that? Oh,
That
I'll
would
do
be
that.
sweet.
Okay.
That would
Yeah.
be sweet.
We
Yeah.
can do that.
It is on YouTube. I think it's just under Jaquan's YouTube. It's Jaquan Lavender,
Okay.
like lavender. And Jaquan is JA''QUAN. So if anybody wants to go watch that, check that out. It is called The Journey to Gold. And yeah, it's cool. It's interesting. That's like complete opposite of my life, you know, like Olympic athlete training. You know, I'm like kind of a slob and haven't ran in forever. That's not true. There was like the last pint of Ben and Jerry's in the grocery store. I ran for that shit. I ran for
Yeah, you gotta.
but yeah, so it was cool to like kind of be involved in like a different world completely. And I think that's like kind of the beauty of photography and videography is being able to like kind of jump into a different world and experience it, you know, while capturing some cool images and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I forgot what I was going to say.
I was gonna ask you, do you like, can we hire you? Like for a photo session, can people be like, Pat, will you take photos of me and my hamster? And you can be like, well,
Yeah.
let's do the hamster first.
Yeah. So yeah, the hamsters, I'm cool with like human and pet photography if that's what you're looking for. I'm kind of weird. Like I'm not really looking to like be this like professional photographer where I'm like trying to lock down these gigs all the time. Absolutely, if you reach out, if you like my work and you reach out and you want to book me for a shoot, 9 times out of 10 I'm more than happy to do it. That one time is usually just because it's something that I would rather not spend my time doing. You kind of have like different experiences, and I'm sure it's the same with music and stuff like that, but over the years you have like different experiences with different situations, different gigs, and different people, and you kind of learn what you like, what situations you want to be in, what people you want to work with. So that's kind of like what I'm getting to now. One of the things that I'm starting to get into is doing surprise engagement photo shoots. Done like maybe a handful at this point, and I have one coming up the first weekend in October.
Don't say who.
I don't think they're going to be watching this either way, but
You can tag them.
No.
yeah, we'll tag them. Spoiler alert.
Who is it?
Shut
You
up.
getting married, girl.
If you want, or maybe he'll say no.
Right.
That would be
So
best
I
if
just
they said no.
Be like, no.
that would be wild. Like if that happened, I mean, as a photographer, like I would have to keep taking photos, maybe even switch to video just to capture what exactly was going to happen next. Because
You walk away.
Yeah. Yeah. But the surprise engagements are cool. Like the only thing that has to happen is the dude has to stick to the plan. Like I did one recently and the guy just like did not stick to the plan. And it pretty much ended up with me like following this couple around this park with my camera looking like super shady, waiting for them to like post up somewhere with their little blanket and stuff, so he could drop down on his knee and propose. And I had a little route planned out and everything for him to go, take this little route. By the time you come back here, I'll be walking up the other way. Boom, boom. We'll take the pictures. And right off the bat, this kid, they walk in. I'm sitting on a bench here. They're supposed to keep walking and like make a loop. Okay. Dude, they come in and dude walks right past me and looks at me. Then just a few yards away, they turn around and walk past again, and then walk up where I told him, Jason, dude, if you're watching, I'm really sorry that I'm talking about this, but it was fucking terrible and you know it. So so eventually after a couple passes, now she's looking at me a couple times as we're passing, like, wow, what is this guy doing? Finally it happens. We got some okay photos, but what's that?
Don't marry him.
I think it already happened, to be honest with you. I don't know. After I take the pictures and get paid, I kind of like, good luck, guys. But the most recent one that I did though was cool. It was with a guy that I've met through the medical marijuana program here in PA, and he works at a dispensary. And he just reached out as a fan of my photography, like, hey, I saw you did a surprise engagement. I was wondering if you want to do the same for me. And that was very, very cool because we played it off really natural. It happened down at the Point. Him and his girlfriend were just out to dinner downtown. They used to like take walks down to the Point all the time. So that was the plan. And the Point's obviously somewhere that photographers frequent. So I was just kind of hanging out down there, snapping photos, and, walk past, and I was like, oh, hey, Chad, right? Like, yeah, we just met, shake his hand, meet his girlfriend. And then I'm like, do you guys like mind if I take a photo kind of thing? And yeah, sure, and snap a couple photos. And then in the middle of the photos, he dropped down on a knee, took a picture. It was like, it was a beautiful day. The sun was shining like really, really warm, and her reaction was great. I captured like a lot of good photos, and that led me to booking the one that I'm doing here in October.
Is that again?
It's gonna be inside PNC Park. So basically the guy has booked like a private tour. I think she thinks they're going to like an award type ceremony for a friend of theirs that works at PNC Park, yada, yada, yada.
You were telling about this.
Yes, I was. So the plan is they're going to take this little tour, go down to home plate, and I'm going to basically be acting like a photographer for the Pirates. And take a couple pictures of all of them together, take a couple pictures of their friend and his partner. And then it'll turn to them, and I'll take some photos of them. And the guy has like a certain pose type thing planned. But I'm like so stoked to be shooting and having the city as the backdrop from PNC Park. Because if either of you have been to a game, I hope. If not, you need to go. But it's like the most beautiful view of the city. Yeah, I think it's actually a few years ago, it got voted like the best ballpark view, I believe, out of like the whole MLB. Not that that matters, but either way.
It matters for photographs. Plus, we have like, say what you want about Pittsburgh. It's a really pretty skyline.
Yeah, and there's so many different places to capture it from too. There's definitely photographers in Pittsburgh are pretty blessed with a nice skyline. If all else fails, you can just like go up to Mount Washington. And I didn't hear that. What'd you say, Walker?
So you know any?
I don't, man. I'm trying to get there. Well, I mean, you know, man, your old man was a photographer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of his negatives out in my basement.
Yeah, you gotta scan them, man. I'm telling you, it's cool. Like I have some old negatives from family members that I want to rescan. It will be really cool to see.
I just like watching the decay, like my memories.
All right. So, anyways, we've been going on a long time. I want to make sure we get everything in. Pat, what else do you want to tell
What else you want to put in?
your audience?
I'm gonna have a meetup at the end of October here in Braddock.
17th, right?
Braddock.
There's
No.
no official date.
29th?
Listen, if you guys do this with
What calendar
musicians,
today?
you guys do this with musicians, and I don't have an album to release. So if you want to pick a date for my meetup, now's your
23rd.
opportunity. When?
He's said several.
23rd.
Yeah, the second to last weekend in October. That's probably when it's going to go down.
23rd. It's happening. Meet up with
Here in
Pat.
Braddock, outside of
Fun.
the O-Ringer. We're going to walk around the neighborhood, take some photos.
You have
gonna
his
be fun.
Yeah, you have his consent.
You have his consent. Bring your O-ring and have fun with him.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's the gist of this interview. It's like the 23rd. He has consent. Bring your O-ring.
Right. Nothing. Don't even all the photography shit. Just throw that out the window. O-rings and you guys. I don't know how many beers you've had before we started.
I'm
this,
honestly on number 2, and that's the worst.
Well,
part.
I'm more worried about Josh here. You know.
No, I'm fine. I'm just being honest. No, honestly, you do some beautiful work. Like I said, I'm looking at one of your photos right now, and it's brilliant.
Been loving like all the cars, like the way that
Yeah, thank you.
like, just because I always look at them and I'm always the one liking them, like beep beep beep.
You're like usually the first one. You're usually the first one in.
Yeah, I try to make sure I'm like my presence is known, but no, it's just everything that you shoot really has like it's not always the same feeling, obviously, but like it's like this like nostalgic old school, like you, especially being in Braddock in like the area, like you feel history in your photos, kind of a thing. Like
That's
what I
awesome
get
to hear.
from them.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think like shooting with film definitely helps kind of give that like vintage feel. But yeah, just kind of like capturing more moments that I feel like are timeless, not being like, whoa, what a timeless photo, like what a masterpiece, but timeless and kind of like locationless. For a while, it was like, we're shooting in Pittsburgh. Let's let everybody know it's Pittsburgh, PPG building and yellow bridges. But I've always enjoyed people's visions, just like taking a photo that's just a nondescript city. Like it could literally be anywhere. So I've always been a fan of that, and that's kind of what I'm trying to adopt anymore. With specifically with the film photos.
Yeah,
So
I think
I'm glad you see that and dig that.
Yeah, they're amazing. I don't just hit the button. I really truly like them all. I really, I see your vision in them, and it comes through well. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Anything to say like similar to that, Josh? Do you maybe want to also say something nice about?
Well, she's reading. Well, honestly, she's reading off a notepad that I wrote.
I don't have anything. He didn't.
So like,
hold on, is Damien down there still holding cards for you guys to read from?
He has
he's
cards
got plenty
for
nice
me
to
to
say.
have my opinion. I can't say anything nice too often, so I make her say that.
That is not.
So I don't seem nice.
Nope.
Yeah, we don't work together anymore either, so I don't get those daily showering like compliments. It's I miss
how I am. I'm very, very like intuitive.
Not showering compliments. That sounded weird. Like complimenting my showering. Showering of compliments. You know what I meant.
I'll shower you any day.
Yeah.
But no, like that's our shtick here. Is like I give the compliments and she says them.
No, that's not our shtick. Anyways, it's not.
That definitely is her
I've
shtick.
seen these podcasts. I know that's not what's going
No,
on.
but you don't see before or after because she edits.
You know what happens before and after because you know him.
She edits them.
Yeah.
And who did you have to edit out of the last 3?
So
If you want to know, go watch the last 3. Hop
Go
over
watch
to
the
God
last
Hates
3 and make
Unicorns
your own
YouTube
decision.
channel.
Yeah, because
I appreciate you guys coming on my show today.
Thank you for having us on this show, and we really appreciate you. And I'm sorry I'm being insane about leaving the house, but I won't be as insane.
No.
Hawaii and get COVID there.
Yes, you will.
And no, because I'll already have had COVID as soon as I step foot off the plane, and then
Yeah,
Then I'll
Plus, just imagine how awkward it would have been for me to sit between you two.
we would have smushed you. Like,
Yeah, it would have been great.
or heads on your shoulder.
No social distancing in the basement.
No, there isn't.
No, I mean we could have made it
but
that
good
way,
thing
but we
good-
wouldn't have.
Good thing I have COVID, so she can't go to Hawaii.
I'm gonna kill you.
Good point.
Anyways, thank you so much, Pat. This was so much fun, and
Thanks for
can't
having me
wait to
on.
see you
And
soon.
we're gonna edit it all out, so we're not talking about ourselves the whole time.
I'm not editing.
No,
shit.
that we didn't. I feel like we barely, the whole thing's about you guys, though. Anyway, it's in the title.
That's
Bands
the
who-
whole point of this
artists we
podcast.
like, but
That
aren't
is?
as good as God Hates Unicorns. And every time I tell somebody the title of the show, they love it. You guys are doing something right. Something right.
Told you. He doesn't believe me, but I told you.
Everybody-
we're doing something right.
Enough. Anyways,
But it's
Pat,
funny 'cause-
thank-
Go ahead, and the video. Then we can talk to him afterwards.
exactly, Pat. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for coming on.
Are you done?
It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you soon. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
In
for
like,
having
Thank
me
you.
in like
on.
10 seconds, right after you hit end. Bye.